Hey there! It's time for another PC build, and this one is going to be going live right around Christmas. So if you're looking for a last-minute PC build that's going to be pretty beefy, then you might want to follow along with this one. We're going to have all the parts linked below as usual. This build is actually going to a friend of mine so that he can give it to, is it your brother-in-law? So he's already married, right? To your sister? Gotcha. So this is going to be a pretty sweet gift for him. As you can see, yeah, it's going to pack a heck of a punch.
Julian here.
Hey guys, I'm here at Computex 2017. We're checking out the Internet of Things.
Hey, it's Will. If you guys are OGs of the channel, you know Will. So yeah, this is going to Will to give to his brother-in-law. And he paid for like half the stuff here. I had some stuff to contribute, but I didn't have a 4080 to give him. I didn't have another one of these motherboards to get in time. But yeah, so walk you through the parts real quick here. We've got a C1000 power supply. We've got a 4000D airflow from Corsair. We've got an Asus TUF RTX 4080. They've got two MP600 Pro XTs. We've got 32 gigs of Vengeance DDR5. We've got that Z390E motherboard from Asus. And then we have a Pure Loop 240mm AIO. I ideally wanted to go with a 360mm because the CPU, which I just realized is not on this table, is going to be a pretty hefty one, a 12900K. But we're gonna have some size constraints. Oh, I'm just breaking everything. We're gonna have some size constraints because this graphics card literally runs from like the slots up to about an inch or so in front of this front fan. And of course, we don't just have fans to worry about up front. Will's like walking all through the light. I appreciate you. We've got the radiator to fit up front as well, and it's just not gonna fit. So we have to mount up top. There is a lot of room up top. This is a fairly wide mid-tower, which I like, but yeah, 240 is all it's gonna fit. A 280 might fit, but then we might have some other clearance issues with the motherboard and the RAM. So it is what it is. It will be a very powerful system. I think it's gonna look pretty cool at the end of this one as well. And at the end of this one, I'm gonna show you how to install and activate Windows, which obviously Will and his brother-in-law are going to need to get the system to actually do anything at all. He's actually going to use it for a flight sim. So you're going to need Windows for that, and we'll show you how to do it. Thanks to our sponsor in this video. Are you ready, Will? Oh, sorry. It's upside down. Why is it not? There it goes. Stay with us. If you're tired of staring at the same Activate Windows watermark over and over, then be sure to check out VIP SCD Key. They're running a Christmas sale of 30% on Windows 10 OEM keys, which work nearly the same as their retail counterparts, but for a fraction of the price. Activating Windows will give you access to free Windows 11 upgrades as well, custom wallpapers, and a few other benefits. To get started, click the link below and hop on over to the product page. Be sure to select the version of Windows you're currently running, by the way, then click Buy Now. Then be sure to use our Christmas sale offer code GSVIP. Don't forget this one, that's GSVIP for a special 30% discount at checkout, bringing your total to around $15 US. It's literally that simple. Your product key should be delivered within a few seconds, at which point you can activate your copy of Windows. But we'll detail how to do this later in the video. Find other great deals as well at VIP SCD Key, including Microsoft Office, via the links below. By the way, here's that CPU I mentioned earlier. I don't know why I forgot to put this on the desk, but yeah, 12900K. It's not obviously a 13900K, but she's still pretty dang powerful, and it's something I had on hand. We could get a quick turnaround for Will here. This here is the motherboard, and Will really went over the top with this one. So we're gonna have two Gen 4 NVMe's, of course, connected to this, and well, this board is definitely gonna suit that just fine. This will support 13th gen as well, obviously, so if they wanna upgrade later on, they can, but this will have plenty of support for all those extra drives we wanna connect. It's gonna have USB Type-C, USB 3, gonna get tons of ports at the back. Does it have, yeah, 2.5 gig? So that's cool. Is that like a thing, Will?
Yeah.
Do you like that?
I love it.
Oh.
One take, Jeremy.
Perfect. Yeah, this is all one take. This is gonna be a rough one, but I think our viewers can handle it. They might appreciate it. Who knows? It's just what happens when you try to film things in one take. So we're gonna drop the CPU right into socket, nice and gently. All the pins look to be intact. Should be the case. It's a brand new motherboard. And here comes the cringe part. Yep, this comes flying off. And we're gonna lower that retention clip. There you go. That easy to install a CPU. Ooh, and I forgot, we got some plastic to peel. That is juicy. There's a small little piece over here. Oh man, that was short-lived, but still enjoyable. Here we go with this big old one. Oh, yeah. We've got another one right here. I gotta say, thank you, Asus, for giving us this enjoyable experience. This is so nice. I look, yeah, there's one here. Oh, there's two here. We got one here. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is maybe a bit much here. Okay, it's enough slices. How many more plastic peels do we have? This one, okay, we've got, oh, look at that. We've got the rear IO shield as well, another big plastic peel. Okay, I think we're good to go. You guys okay? Did you make it out alive? Like this plastic peel, there we go. That's better. You were filming that, weren't you? So for the M.2s, I'm thinking we're just gonna go with these top two slots. Well, I will triple check with the manual behind the scenes just to make sure that I'm installing these in the correct ports. But we should be Gucci here. So these two large metal slabs are gonna come off, and I think, you know, the Corsair, where do we put those? These things, yeah. These MP600 Pros come with these really beefy heat sinks. How's your camera work, Will? Is it looking all right? Okay, cool. So I think I want to keep these on. But if we do that, then we don't get the pretty heat sinks from the motherboard. So it's like I don't know. What do we do?
Let me get a real close up.
Is that how we doing? See, look how pretty this is. It's such a beefy slab of metal on top of this M.2. I'm just gonna do a quick test fit here. Make sure that it wants to sit correctly. Yeah, and see, it doesn't want to because this whole shell around the drive is a bit too beefy, which means we have to remove this now. This is what I get for not reading the manual. Who reads manuals? Not this guy. So this is what each of those MP600 drives looks like with the heat spreaders off. You can see how densely packed they are. But we are, gonna have to go this route because I don't think we're gonna have enough clearance with these beefy heat spreaders in the lower M.2 slots, along with our very fat RTX 4080, which seems to be a recurring theme with Ada Lovelace cards. So we're basically reversing everything we just did. Okay, so that's the first drive. All right, we gotta take off one more heat shield here, or heat spreader, whatever this is called. Why is this not coming off easily? There it goes, there it goes. Then you gotta kind of shimmy it out of this little metal casing without breaking anything. And we gotta peel this thermal pad off. Now this one, it's gonna go right here. How's the autofocus doing, Will?
Oh, it's terrific.
That's terrific. All right, you heard it here first. Nice, there's our second one, and we've got a little thermal pad on the back side of this piece of metal. Gonna go right about there. Yeah, I'm just screwing this infinitely and it's like not catching anything, and I'm hoping that it does at some point.
Jeremy.
Still not catching. Ooh, and I forgot, there's one more plastic peel, just when I thought we were finished. Corsair Vengeance DDR5 is on deck. I'm trying not to lose these modules. Okay, and we're gonna install these in slots A2 and B2. There's one, and there is number 2. All right, I love the black scheme here. These blend in nicely with the theme of the board. Get the back plate situated here for our AIO. Do our best to assemble as much of this as we can outside of the motherboard. See, Will, things are on the up and up now. Starting to smooth out a bit.
Up and up. Here's some more pointless footage for you, Jeremy.
You're welcome. All right, and now it's time to merge the platform with...
I have money.
Oh, you got money?
Yeah.
Who gave you money? How'd you get money? Okay, back to platform assembly into the case. I've got this one fan cable I want to get out of the way first. Just make sure you're not snagging anything as we do this. We're gonna align the rear I/O with the cutout in the back. All right, looks pretty darn good. And I'm just gonna tighten things down here. Now Will's just gathering some B-roll. Never hurts to have more footage, right?
Especially when you can't focus.
Especially when you can't focus. So I've got to say, looking pretty darn good so far. Not too surprised. Just the way that the motherboard and the case blend with the black accents looks really nice. We'll get front I/O wired up, and then we will get the AIO in here, followed by the power supply, and lastly, the beefy RTX 4080. coming along. Will's just trying to give Jeremy more work, so he's filming things that I normally wouldn't include in a video. Like moving fans. You guys know what's happening. Time to get these fans situated over the radiator. Again, just going for the 240. I think we'll be okay. It's not optimal for a 12900K, but we can make some tweaks in the BIOS, possibly even undervolt, to keep those temps in check. Situated in here. And really like that we've got a lot of clearance to mount up top without interference with our motherboard. Get a few screws in to tighten this down.
Jeremy's like, I have 20 minutes of you screwing and screwing.
Yeah. He'll just look at the audio. So when he sees us talking like this, he'll think it's actual important footage.
Yeah,
and
it's super important footage.
he'll be watching this and thinking, yeah, just wasting his time a little bit. Time for some thermal paste. And yes, I'm gonna show you this step because whenever I don't show it, I get tons of accusations that I forgot it. Come on, folks. It ain't like I've ever done anything that stupid before. That's a joke. I've done stupider. So that right there, we'll stick her down and then tighten it with a Phillips screwdriver. And we'll get the logo back in here, this time in the upright position. Looking good. Next up, we're gonna install our power supply. This is a C1000 from NZXT. We've used in other videos in the past. This is fully modular. It is not very large, so it will fit in smaller, more compact cases. Also, I do want to note that 1000 watts is a bit more than you'll probably need for a system like this. Yes, even with a 4080 in it, and even with both components overclocked. This will, however, give them a bit more breathing room for upgrades down the line. Oh yeah, look at these BBCs. Big black cables. What did you think I meant? We'll connect just what we need, which should only be the 24-pin, two 8-pin EPSs for the CPU, and then 3 PCIEs. That's it. We don't need any SATA power cables or Molex cables. That's pretty rare. Not bad. We're gonna get our 24-pin connected. We're gonna have two 8-pin EPSs, even though we don't technically need two. Then we're also gonna connect 3 individual PCIe power cables for the 4080, and I think that's it. That's all we're gonna need. We're not gonna need SATA power or Molex power. In she goes. You can even keep the hard drive cage in this case, even though we're not using it, in case he wants to add more storage later, with this power supply, because it is shorter front to back. We're gonna wiggle it in. Oh, it's a tight fit, but she'll do. And we'll just tighten things down from the rear.
You like that? Here's a clip of audio so it sounds like it's important.
Dang, get wrecked, son. And now it's time to cable manage. We will be right back. Jeremy's gonna throw up another one of those super interesting transitions that he's totally getting paid for. Make this worth it, Jeremy. Phew. All right, and 20 minutes later, we'll show him the good work. I think it is pretty healthy looking. We obviously still have to connect our PCIe cables, but that is the extent of what remains. So very easy to cable manage in the 400 or 4000D airflow, excuse me. And yeah, so now we just need to install that graphics card. And once that card is installed, we'll be able to turn the system on for the first time, crossing our fingers, hoping that everything works as intended. We'll hop into the BIOS, tweak a few things, and then we'll install Windows. Because again, you're gonna need Windows. It's like the final step of any build, and you don't wanna miss out on it. Last on the agenda is RTX 4080, and this thing's it's a beefcake. Let's go ahead and get it out of the box, and I will show you the sheer size that we are working with. Man, oh man, this is a lot of card, I will say. Oh my, look how chonky she is. This thing is a cinder block. I don't know what else I can use to describe how big this thing is. It's super heavy. The cooling looks awesome, but you'll notice, I don't know if you can get that on camera, Will, the PCB actually stops about right here. The remainder of this card is just sheer cooler. So yeah. It's gonna fit. We checked ahead of time, but it's just barely gonna fit. I think Asus has my number with this one. There's so much plastic to peel in this video, and I'm doing a horrible job at it. It's just ripping and shredding all over the place. Oh boy. Woo-wee. But let's just get one more shot here of this Schmexy card. My, oh my, do these look good. Alrighty, Will, yep, you're gonna have to take a step back for this one. We're gonna slide her on in, and look at that precise fit. Holy cow. I kind of hate how big these cards are, but I've got to say, when they fit into some of these cases, they just look like they belong. Look at that clearance. Like that's not even half an inch. That's like 1.5 centimeters. What a nice fit. Wow, I didn't expect this little sag thing to fit perfectly in this case, but that'll keep our card from sagging right there. The card is too beefy for the anti-sag tool that you get in the motherboard box. Good thing is though, yeah, this one fits fine. Can't really do much with this. I don't know, maybe you could like screw this down somewhere? Not sure. It's magnetic though, so I feel like it should just sit there. But unfortunately, we still have to deal with this stupid power adapter. I'm really not a fan of these, but it's all we've got. We don't have custom cables that are gonna run directly into this. It's, yeah, not the prettiest thing in the world, but we have no choice. Make sure it's all the way inserted. We don't wanna start any fire. And this is just gonna bend around and we'll connect our 3 supplemental PCIe cables underneath. So wiggle these cables on through here. All right, and I finally got this cable situated. It's a bit cluttered under here, but it'll do. Shouldn't snag on any fans. And yeah, now we can go ahead and power the system on. Will, how we doing?
We're gonna need some B-roll for that one.
Gonna need some B-roll for that, that's what I thought. Why are you rewinding the video, Jeremy? Yeah, I don't want to rewind. I know we want all right, and here we are. So just before we turn it on, I want to show you what things look like, how we cable managed. Looks really clean. We've got the 24 pin there tucked away along with the USB-C and the 3.0 cables. We've hidden all of our case fans, the pump fan cable, or the pump cable I should say. All of that is hidden as best we could here, and it really wasn't difficult to do in the 4000D, which obviously the case isn't it's not really the centerpiece of the build, but it does really help smooth things along. So really happy with the way it turned out. Now it's time to turn it on. All right, and the moment of truth. Let's first see if she powers on. Will is watching and sweating profusely. I don't think he trusts me. I think he's in good hands. Okay, we're off to a good start. Fans aren't clipping. Sounds healthy. The pump is working. Just looking for a post. Oh, things settled down. Come on. Hit it. Hey, there's our post. So now we can hop into the BIOS for the first time, configure a few things, enable XMP and whatnot. And then we will install Windows. Now the Windows installation process will be detailed in a video that we'll link in the video description, so be sure to check that out if you need a walkthrough. But after we get Windows on here, I'll show you how you can activate Windows and get rid of that pesky activation watermark, thanks again to our sponsor, VIP SCD Keys. By the way, can you hear this thing? Exactly, you can't. It's like dead quiet, and again, we haven't really customized too much yet. So it's very quiet. I mean, the fact that we're going with a Be Quiet AIO is definitely gonna help there. But we have great airflow in the 4000D, which means our fans up front don't need to work very hard to pull in air. And we don't have a rear exhaust fan. We do have 2 top exhausts, and it's gonna exhaust all that hot air from the radiator out the top of the case as well. But I don't wanna add a 3rd exhaust just because I want the balance, the air pressure in the case to remain somewhat neutral, maybe even slightly positive. That'll keep dust out in the long term. That's my hope anyway. So this should be booting into our USB drive any second now. And there we are. Windows is installed without a hitch. We also had to install a Wi-Fi driver just so that he had a means to install the other drivers on the computer. And yeah, I'll just let him sync up the RGB however he wants to do it. Will just let him know, and he'll be pretty much set. There's not much more we need to do to the system except activate Windows. And that's the last part of this video that I want to end with. Show you how easy it is to do that for around 10 or 15 bucks. First, open up your settings window and click Updates and Security. You'll see an Activate Windows tab, and it's here where you'll want to enter that OEM key you just purchased. Just click the Change or Add Product Key button and select Activate.
This process may take a few minutes, but should be successful if the correct version of Windows was selected at checkout. And that's all there is to it. Literally that simple, bye-bye watermark, and it's super affordable thanks to VIP SCD Key. Just remember that OEM keys lock to the hardware in question, so you may need to reactivate should you swap motherboards or other major hardware down the line. Also remember to use our unique Christmas sale offer code GSVIP, by the way, to save big time on your favorite software. Click those links below to get started today.
So that's about it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. I know this was a kind of a bit rough, a bit sloppy, but you guys have seen the refined stuff so many times already on this channel and others that we just wanted to give you a kind of a hot take, just a quick one take of a PC build, and some of the issues that you might run into, especially if you're building a newer rig. If you again want to build an exact system, an exact match to this one, or even I don't know, derivation of this, if you want to switch things up, you can find all these relevant links in the video description, along with, again, our video sponsors link that you should check out at the very top. If you're running Windows and it is not activated, there's no reason why you shouldn't activate it today. You can pay a lot less than retail, have that OEM key locked to the hardware in question. So if you swap motherboards or something, yes, that code might need to be updated. But I mean, you're paying a fraction of what you would pay for the retail example. So to me, that's the best way to go about it, assuming you're not okay with seeing the watermark and not changing your wallpaper. A few other things you don't get if it's not activated. So yeah, let us know in the comment section below what you think about this build. And if you're watching this before Christmas and you do celebrate Christmas, I hope you have a Merry one and a Happy New Year as well. We will be uploading content throughout the remainder of the year, and still going strong with the Fix or Flop series and whatever else we have planned that I might not be divulging anytime soon. It'll be a surprise, you'll see. So thanks for watching, thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. My name is Greg. Thanks for learning with me.